Okay, my Fiat Ducato 2016, you probably know where it is, some of you followed me on the channel. I'm just showing you what we did before we went on holiday, what things to check for. One of the major things that they tell you to do as well, you must have headlamp beam converters if you're traveling at night as well, but you're supposed to have these as well. We used to have breathalyzers as well. You also need as law, I'm not too sure about the breathalyzer, you need to check on that one, but as law you also need high-vis jackets and a triangle, which I'll show you in a sec. 1 second. In here I've got quite a few tools, essentials, should I say. I have a pump in here, a proper high pressure pump which is at the back here. I have jump leads, high pressure pumps behind there, underneath. I also have all the stuff I need. Down there is, I'm not going to get it all out, I'll never get back in again, is a triangle and everything else I need. Also a cracking bar, what they call it, I can't know what they call it now, you know, with the right size nut on for my wheels, and also the locking nut as well. All right, that's in there. A must. Next, check where your tyre pressures are. These are the ones down here, so it tells you front and rear. Make sure you check on these. Mine are about 70 because I've got the big chunky tyres. I think it's 7 or something like that. These are mine. So I've got the Goodridge, the BFG Goodridge, and it does tell you the pressure on the tyres. I'm not going to say what it is because that's up to you to do yourselves. All right, just to double check. So that's mine. So you need to check your tyres. Make sure your spare's good as well. Next we're going to do oil and water. Okay. So on these Fiat Ducatos, now it could be the same for whatever you're looking at. There's a pipe here with a filter on it, okay, and you get a lot of stuff down there. You want to get that cleaned out because this is all the runoff from your window. Because on the last Fiat Ducatos there was a fault with them that ran into the gearbox and it knackered the gearbox up. So oops, let's get that focused. Okay, so make sure that's clear. It's not bad actually. There we go, that should drain off there. Make sure your window washers are topped up. And then here is your water, so you have to take this out. Another one, clean all these leaves out, okay? Anyway, next thing first, let's go for oil. Fiat Ducato 2016, this is your oil dip here, which is in the front. This is your engine compartment, as you can see. So if you look, it's just at the front here. And this is your oil filler cap, all right? So yeah, you're going to get covered in oil. So we need to make sure that this is at the right level. Okay, so with a bit of paper, yeah, I'm going to check it straight. Just wipe it first before you check it. It's always nice to have a clean dip, all right? Clean dip, I said. Right, put it back in. You can see that, it pops back in the hole. All right, all the way down. And then, sorry about the camera work, bring it back up. And now you want to check where the line is. You can see, I might need about a pint. Can you see that? So if you imagine this little lip here, this little indent here, can you see that? There's a little indent there, okay, where it changes. It should be up to that, but mine's a little bit low, so it needs about a pint of oil. That doesn't mind, I could do with doing that anyway. All right, so that's, and you put the oil in here. It's on pretty tight, so you need to undo it. There we go. And that's where we're putting the oil in there, okay? you're on diesel oil, but there's most of it's pretty well similar nowadays anyway. So that's that one done. That's your oil. So next in this area, this is your. Now you should be able to see this as you look through here, but I'm full. Yeah, I'm full to the top. This is your brake and clutch reservoir. Okay, your brake fluid. You shouldn't normally have to touch that unless you've got a leak, but it's always worth checking it for a long journey. And then on these Fiats, you have to undo these little. They just turn like buckles things, and then that should bring that out loose. So I say, I'll show you them. So just fiddle about until they come out. Okay, those three there, 1, 2, 3, and that'll give you access to your main water tank, which is this. But if you look, it's on maximum, so you should be okay with that. But if you do want to fill it up, there's your filler. So you've got to get these out. Okay, I won't bother now, but yeah, this comes off. That gives you access. It's just a plastic cover to this actual bit there, and then here. This bit, which you'll need a watering can for, can you see it? It looks like a windscreen with an umbrella. Well, that's not what that is. That's showing you a spray, and that's your window wash. And you need to keep that topped up, especially if you're going abroad as well. Not because it's law, it's just dangerous if you don't. Okay, especially if you've got mud or anything. There's another vent down there that needs cleaning out. He's alright, he's clear. Okay, you see that one there? Need to blow it. It's because winter's coming as well. So a quick recap: oil filler, dipstick. That's where you need to check to see how much oil is in the engine. Make sure it's up to scratch and done. This is your reservoir, like I said, for your clutch and brake fluid. This is your water tank. It's on maximum. This tank here contains for your window washers. You need that doing as well. If you're going abroad, you do need your headlamp deflectors on. Otherwise, you will get stopped for that at night. Also, make sure your side lights, your headlights, and everything else is working. Check your tyres, make sure they're all good and up to pressure. Make sure they're all good. Then everything's working, yeah. Especially number plate and tail lights and stop lights, reversing lights. Not too essential, but yeah, and indicators, definitely indicators. And really, that's about it. Make sure you got your safety gear. I have in my vehicle, because last thing I want to do is go underneath and start jacking up with one of those silly little jacks. So underneath my driver's seat I have a 10-ton jack. It wasn't expensive, which makes life a lot more easier if you want to change your wheel. Make sure you got a good real wheel brace with a good fitting socket. You need that, not the one they sent, because you will struggle with that. It is an emergency, but you know, just for a few bob, it's well worth having that. Anything else I can tell you? If you got any questions, please leave a in the message bar down below, and I'll see if I can answer them if I can. I think I've covered everything we did before we went abroad. Don't forget your emergency triangle, your jackets, your high-vis jackets and whatnot. They are a must. Oh, and another thing which is essential, especially abroad: first aid. I got 2. One's got like pills and stuff in which we need for whatever, and the other one's got bandages and all that. And that's about it, I think. Oh yes, you'll also need a spare bulb kit. That's another one which you have to have a full set of bulbs for your whole vehicle. All right, if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up first, and then if you like, can you hit the subscribe button, which is down here, and the notification bell on the up and coming videos? That would be great, and we'll definitely catch you in the next one. All the best.